Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Dylan Hershey on being this week's Man of the Week. Congratulations, Dylan.
Dylan Hershey, son of Mark and Krista Hershey, strong safety and running back, senior, Freedom, Idaho.
And it's intercepted, taken back the other way by Hershey. Hershey on the run to the 30, to the 20. It's a 10-5 touchdown.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
3A championship football for you in about 10 minutes, it looks like. We have a kickoff coming, or excuse me. We have the coin toss going on right now with Cody and Star Valley, two teams meeting for a fourth consecutive season. And the see what we can get for the coin toss here. Welcoming you in on Swift 98, the two-way game just finishing moments ago. And so the coin toss was won by Cody. It will go to Star Valley. Cody deferring to the second half. And so Star Valley will receive to start the first quarter. Cody and Star Valley, as we said, this is the matchup we wait for all year long. Last time out, 14-7 earlier in the season. Let's go ahead and jump into the senior spotlight as we are getting closer and closer to kickoff. I'd like to give the flowers to Cash Thompson, our senior spotlight for today. Oh.
It's our senior spotlight on the SVI Sports Network, and Star Valley High School senior Phoenix Hovey is joining us today. Phoenix quarterback for the Braves this year. Another win last week, Phoenix. Of course, a playoff win for the Braves. The win streak continues, and you guys are in the semifinals. When you kind of reflect on how this season has gone so far for you guys, is it kind of surreal? Or, I mean, obviously you're reaching expectations, but what are your thoughts on the season?
I think it's just kind of what we not expected, but what we've worked for really hard, and I think we've put in the work every week, and the results show it for itself. So yeah.
So here you are, final home game of the season. Hopefully one more after this one, right? You have the Lander Tigers here in the semis. What are you guys focusing on this week in practice as you get ready for Lander?
A lot of preparation for some possible weather coming in on Friday. So working with the wet ball and just getting ready for some possible weather that we normally don't get to play with. So we're excited for it, and it's going to be a physical, fun game.
Now, of course, as a senior, this is it as far as home football for you. What are your thoughts on that, and what are you going to miss most about playing football in Afton for the Braves?
Definitely bittersweet. It's been a fun, awesome season, but I'll never forget playing here in Afton, especially just the crowd, the fans. I'll always remember most of the Sugar game, just how loud the crowd was, and just the little kids coming up asking to get autographs after the game. I'll just never forget playing here in Afton, so yeah.
Very cool. What has been your favorite moment so far in the season up to this point?
I would say the Sugar game. The last play right there, the Hail Mary up to Roman. Definitely, that was good.
That was a fun moment. I'll take that too, fun moment. All right, so you guys are hoping to advance to state. What are your emotions there should you get the win this week? And being a senior and the quarterback for the team, what are you thinking about as far as being in Laramie?
I think we just got to take it as just one other game. We just got one more. We got to go 1-0 every week, and just keep the main thing. Keep the same goal, the same as it's been all year, and get the 4-peat.
Phoenix Hovey, our senior spotlight here on SVI. All right, Phoenix, when you're not playing football, what else do you like to do? What other hobbies do you have?
I like going with Targhee, snowboarding in the winter, and then I like golfing a lot in the summer.
Okay. Do you have a favorite golf course?
Right here in Afton.
Beautiful. The old Valley View, right? Absolutely. How about plans after high school? Do you have that ironed out, or what are you thinking?
I think I'll go to college and study sports management or athletic training.
Okay. If you could go to any college in the nation right now, every option's open to you, where would you go?
Give me Bama, Roll Tide.
Nice. Okay. All right. What about in school right now? Do you have a favorite class that you're taking currently?
Ooh. I would say I like my senior capstone class. Just learning about our future and college and community service. So yeah.
How about favorite teacher right now?
I'll take Mr. Lancaster.
Nice. Okay. Now, I'm not going to put you on the spot, but favorite coach on the coaching staff for the Braves this year?
This could get me in trouble. Coach Kazare.
Never go wrong with Coach Kazare. Phoenix, how about your favorite soda?
Ooh. Mountain Dew.
And favorite candy bar?
Payday.
Nice. All right. Didn't see that one coming. That's Phoenix Hovey, our senior spotlight of the SVI Sports Network.
Lincoln County School District 2's Transportation Department has multiple openings. Work mostly weekends as a full-time activity driver starting at $25.75 an hour plus benefits. Or you can work weekdays as a full-time daily route driver starting at $22.75 an hour also with benefits. Or work part-time as a bus aide for $17.50 per hour. All positions include paid training. Visit lcsd2.org and click job openings.
And welcome back inside War Memorial Stadium. We just had the national anthem as we will be getting started here in moments. As short pregame today, that's for everyone. Star Valley and Cody had a very short amount of time onto the field. Let's go ahead and recognize some of our sponsors for today in our pregame that we won't be able to quite get to. The Crimson Corner, brought to you by Teton Tactical Supply. Follow them on Facebook and join Teton Tac Facebook group where they raffle off tactical gear and guns with limited tickets for fair odds. As we've got that Crimson Corner, Cameron Mackey and Addie Christensen named 4A West All Conference in volleyball, and Cameron Mackey named All-State. Our roundup brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise.eng.com. Well, let's take a quick look at our roundup. We don't have a whole lot, do we? We've got this football game, and then tomorrow we've got the six-man championship of Little Snake River and Burlington, and then the 1A matchup of Pine Bluffs and Rocky Mountain, and then 4A, we've got Campbell County and Sheridan, all those games on the NFHS network only, brought to you by SVI Media, powering that video and audio coverage. Recapping the rivalry, brought to you by Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. Remember, when you're impaired, do not get behind the wheel. Drinking and driving, just don't. Records Watch, are recapping the rivalry. First game back in 1957. Overall series, Star Valley leads 31-13 and 3-0 on a neutral field. This is the fourth meeting on a neutral field for us and these two teams. Cody is kicking off, and Star Valley will be receiving this opening kickoff. Keys to the game. Well, SVI News bringing you that one. And our keys to this game for Cody, they need to get a snap off every about 15 to 16 seconds if they want to have a chance against this defense that averages just 5 first downs given up a game. Star Valley's defense just keep plugging those gaps. They allowed just 4 first downs the first meeting in the 14-7 win for Star Valley. The opening kickoff is away, and it sails back into the end zone for a touchback. Records Watch brought to you by Star Valley Disposal. As we were running through that really quickly, and let's see, Hastings Ace Hardware brings you the national anthem, and Varsity Roster brought to you by Mountain Star Products. First Bank of Wyoming, that countdown to kickoff. Again, a very short countdown to kickoff today because the 2A game lasted about 3 hours, and then 15 minutes later, here we are with the first down of Star Valley football. 1st and 10 at the 20. Phoenix Hovey in the gun. 2 tight ends, one on either side. Both go out on routes, and they look outside, completed for first down territory. That's Cooper Lancaster. And Cooper Lancaster, just 4 weeks removed from a broken collarbone, gets the first pass thrown his way. Missed last year's state championship game as well. Making the comeback. I'd been hearing rumblings around town that he was going to be coming back. Talked to Coach Young. He said, I don't want to talk about it. Well, he is. I didn't have to talk to him about it, but I thought he might be coming back based on that answer. And, yeah, he sure is. Nathan Hatterley in the backfield for 2nd down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Takes the handoff to the 40, to the 50, across midfield. Cash McFadden got a hit on him to take him out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Another run, another big gain. 2 first downs on 2 plays for Star Valley. The Star Valley offense last time out was very upset with their performance overall. Thought they could have done a lot better given their circumstances and opportunities. Coach McKay Young said nothing that we need to really work on. We know what we need to do is we have another 2 tight end set here with a single back in the gun. Handoff to Hatterley. No, it's a read option. Keeper by Hovey to the 40. Hurdles a man down to the 38-yard line. Nathaniel Pryor on the tackle there. Coach Young said nothing we really need to do differently other than just get those little executions here or there, not turn the ball over. That was an issue last time out as well. But the Star Valley defense has been so strong this year. It's been the story of the season, maybe across all classifications in football for Wyoming, as Star Valley's offense pretty good usually as well. Cooper Lancaster lined up in the, well, looks like the X over on the right side. He is. They go away from that X, and a completion to Hatterley. Blown up just past the line of scrimmage, maybe in it. Nathaniel Pryor on the tackle again, and we've got a 3rd down and 3 to go. Personnel switch on 3rd down. Roman Erickson comes out of the game, as does Travis Thompson, and Cooper Lancaster out as well. That signals a heavy set here. Star Valley with a T formation. How about this? Go back to the 1950s. Under center is Phoenix Hovey with the T form. Everyone at the line of scrimmage. They run the misdirection, trying to get some space and no dice. Cody swarms that play. And it's 4th down. No gain, maybe a loss of 1 there. 4th and 4. What does Coach Young do here, the offensive coordinator as well as head coach in his 10th season for Star Valley? First time I think they pulled out the T formation all year. Probably going to see a lot of things they haven't run yet this year, or certainly didn't run the first time against Cody. 4th and 3 is the call here. Roman Erickson, Travis Thompson, both back out, as is Cooper Lancaster. Playing Roman Erickson in slot right, empty set. Lancaster tight on the right tackle, and we have the play whistle dead. A timeout by Cody. They didn't like their alignment, and we'll take a timeout with them. Back in 30 seconds, 9:29 left in the first quarter. No score, 4th down and 3 for Star Valley when we come back. Had a couple of Star Valley Orthodontics first downs on the opening drive for Star Valley. The first play out, Cooper Lancaster shows that he is back in a Star Valley uniform after the last 3 weeks on the bench. He broke his collarbone after a blowout against Evanston. Came in the second half as we have 4th and 3, empty set again, and still Roman Erickson in the slot position. Cooper Lancaster looks far out left this time. Hovey in the gun. 4-man rush, and we might have a delay of game. No, a Star Valley timeout called this time. So both teams, knowing that it's a razor's edge between the two of them, a timeout followed by a timeout. No times come off the clock. 9:29 left. We'll keep it right here for this timeout. Well, we've seen a T formation, an empty set. They came out in 10 personnel for the first 3 plays of the series. Star Valley is certainly a team that mixes and matches. I was counting before the game on the varsity roster. I think I've got 68 players in uniform for Star Valley. That equals about the Bighorn and Mountain View varsity rosters from the 2A state championship game combined from the last contest. A big team for Star Valley. And again, going for it, this time empty. Stack receiver, one man comes in motion, signals a direct snap, and it is. Hovey's got a mile up the A-gap. And 1st down and 10, that was a nice call-up. Took enough time 2 timeouts. And after all of that, a 1st down and 10, brought to you by Star Valley Orthodontics. I was waiting for the replay on the big screen. Don't think we're going to get it there. I wanted to see who snuck in to lead block for Hovey there. We go back to a offset I formation, handoff up the gut. Was faked, and then it goes outside to Kyan Watson, who gets about 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8. Kyan Watson joining Nathan Hatterley back in the backfield. Well, everyone but Cooper Lancaster is in the huddle. Cooper on the far left side, flanked out, and everyone else behind the line of scrimmage. Fake handoff, play action, goes to Cooper. He knew what his job was. Throw is a little out of bounds. Otherwise, Lancaster may have had a chance at it. Makes the grab, but it comes on the Jonah Field out of bounds Brown. 2nd down and 8 goes to 3rd and 8 here. Probably 4-down territory with the kicking situation as it is for Star Valley. I guess I should say we're not quite sure yet. See if Tate Lawson is available. Either way, it's pretty far out. Would be a 43-yarder from this distance. 4 receivers, trips to the right, and we have a flag come in from the defensive side prior to the snap. And it's a false start movement on the line for Star Valley. Didn't catch the number for that one. Ryan Talbot on the offensive line for Star Valley, joined by Eli Christensen, Cash Thompson. William Walker in there as well. Simon Gaskell in as a tight end to the right side. Trips right as well. 1 running back. A pole guard comes around, opens up the space for Hatterley. Gains a couple. It is long to go. Gain of 4. Well, that time they pulled the guard Dane Jensen around from the left to the right side. Star Valley will run strong side, quick side on their line. So who's on the left, who's on the right. It depends on the play. Got a big side with Ryan Talbot as a guard on the right this play. And then Thompson on the other side, sitting at 190 pounds. Handoff this time. Nowhere to go. A flag plays it, whistles it dead. Looks like it's against Star Valley. 4th down and 7 with 7:32 left in the first quarter. The ball is spotted at the 27-yard line in Cody territory. Try 4th down again. 5-yard penalty. And another false start for Star Valley. Early on, the penalty is absolute killer. Out of character for Star Valley, but then again, this is state college field. Everything's a little different. It sounds different. 10 personnel, trips right. Hovey looks to his left, then goes up to his right side. Has a man. It's Thompson. Goes up into the air. He got a foot down. Sideline catch for a first down by Travis Thompson, the junior receiver. Makes a play. So I'm getting a view of the replay here. Phoenix Hovey was hit as he was looking to his left and just barely had time to go to his second progression. And Thompson made an outstanding toe-tapping catch on the far right sideline. Inside the red zone now, 1st down and goal at the 7. The Crimson Zone. Yes, I saw my producer look to me. Red zone. We don't have red out here. It's the Crimson Zone. Brought to you by Teton Tactical Supply. Or no, that was the Crimson Corner. Touchdown, Travis Thompson inside that Crimson Zone. Brought to you by Riverside Dental. A little slant up the middle. Spread them out. Thompson made the big catch to get inside the red zone and gets the touchdown here. Came out of a pistol set and then motioned empty, did Star Valley. And then Thompson was that player in the backfield motioning into empty. A quick slant in. Man coverage, no chance. And the point after coming up. 6-0 Star Valley with 7:05 left, and it's a bad snap, so I think Cooper Lancaster opted to pull it. Didn't look like a designed go for 2. No good, as the completion looked to Lawson. Is tackled in the backfield. 6-0 the score stays. 7:05 left in the first. We'll be back with the kickoff for Cody's first possession. That no-huddle offense when we return in 1 minute on Swift 98.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. These are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Welcome to Aspen Physical Therapy. Let our team help you out with your healthcare needs. We work with a wide variety of patients from car accidents to strains and sprains to injured athletes to post-surgical care. We have a number of modalities and different procedures we use to help people, including dry needling and our radial pulse wave machine. We have offices in Thane and Afton and are open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays we are out seeing our home health patients.
Aspen Physical Therapy, getting you back to work, to play, to life.
Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium in Laramie, where we have Star Valley leading Cody in the 3A state championship 6-0 after the opening drive. Goes for a touchdown. Cash Thompson catches it from Phoenix Hovey from 3 yards out. And we now have a kickoff brought to you by Carpets Plus Color Tile of Wyoming, locations in Afton and Thane. And it looks like we do have Tate Lawson back kicking. Good to see. As he kicks it to the 7-yard line, it rolls out of bounds. That's a penalty at the 4. So no need for a Cody player to pick it up and run. Get the ball at the 35-yard line to start the drive. Logan Richard was back to return, as well as Damian Sander. And those are 2 receivers who usually play inside on the slot. They may run a little flex action as well, or jet sweep, but they are fast. And in this gun tee offense for Cody, you put a receiver in the slot if they are fast to get them a little bit of space in that RPO game and see what they can do. And it's been a pretty good year for both of them this year. 5 receivers for Cody will all see their fair share of balls thrown their way. Nathaniel Pryor is maybe the top receiver, although not necessarily in the stats for the year. Plays that X, gets a lot of press coverage as Cody gets ready to come out at the 35, first down and 10. And the first play out left side, quickly going for Damian. Is that Damian Sander out there? It's a first down out past midfield. And the no huddle at the 49 already set to go, led by Cash McFadden. H-back to the left. Tight end right. 3 receivers. Oh, Cody's running heavy. That's what it is. And they run a pitch back. It goes outside looking for some space. Nice coverage by Star Valley. As they were running 6 linemen on that play was Cody. And they give it out to Porter Rao, who had been out for this season. I was wondering, who the heck is that? Well, Porter Rao also in after suffering what we thought would be a season-ending injury, just like Cooper Lancaster. 2nd down and 9 at the 48. A throw up the middle. It's completed inside the 30. Brent Bauer grabs that. And Cody right back up to the line, inside the 29-yard line in Star Valley territory. 3-4 defense has Matautia on the strong side. Defensive end Talbot in the nose. Cash McFadden runs the RPO for himself, throws it out right side, and completed again for Bauer, this time for a loss. Good read by Star Valley there. And open field tackle made by Cooper Lancaster. Oh, no, excuse me. I think that's Preston Ross there making that tackle in with Zach Thompson. Center set for Cody at the 31, 2nd down and 11. Here comes Cash McFadden in the gun. Running 6 linemen again, 1 extra to the right side. McFadden keeps it to the left. Runs into a wall of Matautia. Picks up 2 yards, 3rd down and 10, back to the 29. Well, this is the longest time we've seen between plays for Cody. I'm willing to guess because on 3rd down and 10, they're huddling almost. Have 2 receivers stacked to the left side. The center is already set. Here come the linemen. Cody likes to do this so that they can hide their alignment for the longest possible time. Running 2 H-back set. McFadden, the lefty, flushed out. Looks up the middle of the field. Finds Bauer. And he goes a few extra yards. That's another first down inside the 20 to the 14. Bauer, his 3rd catch already. 2 for positive yards. 22 on the season for Bauer. Back to the line of scrimmage. Running heavy to the left. McFadden runs up the gut. Spins out of a tackle by Matautia. Gets into the 9. Maybe taken down. They will mark him at the 10. A beautiful play by McFadden. His first time he goes in. Tries to go up the gut, and then Matauati is waiting there. He spins right out of it. Doesn't allow Elia to wrap up. That's a rarity. Brings up second down at the 10. 6 yards to go. First down is at the 4, inside Star Valley territory. 2 H-backs, one either side, and the direct snap. That's not McFadden back there. That's Porter Rao, I think. It was Landon Schultz, rather. He's the backup quarterback. Also plays halfback and a little bit of slot receiver. 3rd down and 2. And McFadden checks back in as Schultz takes a seat. Matt McFadden, head coach for Cody. McKay Young on the other sideline for Star Valley, meeting for a 4th straight year. Ryan Talbot, the nose tackle for Star Valley, was dressed for that first game 4 years ago. 4 straight state championships he's been a part of. 4 state championship matchups, I should say, he's been a part of after getting to dress as a freshman and then playing sophomore, junior year heavily, and of course senior as well. The snap and left side, McFadden takes the quarterback lead into the arms of Roman Erickson. Grabs the first down to the 2-yard line, 1st down and goal. 6-0 Star Valley has the lead. We're down to 2:56 left in the opening quarter. Cody moving from right to left on your dial. They're in the white jerseys, white pants, navy blue helmets with the gold stripe on the top, and all crimson for Star Valley. Helmets, pants, and jerseys. Read option. McFadden gave it up the middle. It's close. It's right on the goal line, and the sideline says touchdown, Cody. McFadden gives it up the middle, and just getting in on the second effort is Grant. We weren't sure if Cannon Grant was going to be able to play today. State championship matchup seems like everyone playing today, and it's 6-6. Cody kicking the extra point, looking for the lead. Jacob Talich on the point after. It's low, and it is through. Cody takes the lead 7-6 late in the first quarter. 2:31 left on the clock. We'll take a break. Be back in 1 minute on Swift 98.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, and a new large play set for the kids. These new additions will be for guests only, coming in 2026. Visit KodiakMountainResort.com for reservations.
Hey, let me talk to you. This is the big hit live on SVI.
7-6 on the BOSB scoreboard. Cody takes the lead after a 3-yard touchdown run by Cannon Grant. Set up by a march down the field led by Cash McFadden, and Brent Bauer as a receiver getting 3 receptions on that play. We also saw Porter Rao get his first catch since early in the season. He was a key player, or at least figured to be, for Cody as a receiver. And then suffered what we thought was a season-ending injury, and now the season's over at state, I guess. Cooper's playing, Porter's playing, and Cooper Lancaster back out at the 20-yard line. Lined up in the X position, going up against Griffin McCartan as Star Valley comes out for drive number 2. Tight end is Gaskell, set up to the right. Halfback left, gives the handoff to Hatterley toward Gaskell. He cuts back in, and 9 yards, make it 8. Great run on first down. Star Valley trailing for the first time all year to Cody. They took a 7-0 and then a 14-0 lead over Cody. No huddle offense for Star Valley. Again, a handoff to Hatterley. Gets the first down. Star Valley Orthodontics first down there as back-to-back runs pick up the yards on the ground. We're already down to 2 minutes left in the first quarter. The ball is spotted at the 32 in Star Valley territory. They took it 98 total yards that Star Valley has gained. I guess there was some negatives in that. That last drive for Cody went 65 yards for the score on 10 plays. 10 personnel. The handoff to Hatterley, the only man in the backfield. Takes the halfback dive straight up the gut. Outstanding blocking. There's a late flag thrown on the takedown. It was Jesse Hatch. Await the call here on the penalty. It looks like it should be against Cody. .90 seconds left in the first quarter. Flag maybe. It actually goes against Star Valley. A block in the back is the call. If I was in the other studio with the video, I could yell at Dave to give me a replay on that one so we could see who the penalty was on. But that's on Duke and Dal as usual for that. I'm just hanging out with you on Swift 98 for the day. But it moves Star Valley back after negating that first down run. 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. And so second down, or first down and... Nah, that scoreboard's wrong. It's second down here. On 17, it looks like. We've got another whistle and another flag. And a delay of game called against Star Valley. The penalty's absolutely killer early on. Appreciate Gal Erickson keeping the live stats as we got here today. We found out live stats for state football, no more unless Dal Erickson's keeping them. So Dal Erickson's keeping them over in the booth to our left. Try this again. Now back to the 20-yard line. The first down is at the 42, so second down and 22. Twin receivers, 10 personnel. Hovey throws a laser over the head of the intended receiver there, Preston Ross. Ross got hung up a little bit on the man coverage with Landon Schultz. Looks like he pressed him just a little bit, and that may have led to Hovey throwing a little further than where he thought Ross was actually at. 45 seconds left in third and 22. Cody leads 7-6 on the BOSV scoreboard. Twin receivers again in third and 21. Hovey in the three-step drop. Has all the time in the world to throw. Lancaster was the intended receiver up the middle, in a very late pass interference call comes in against Nathaniel Pryor. And that flag about 2 seconds late, but I think the official, that's Eric Quinney, seeing that one, making sure of the play. We'll do that official crew in here just a moment after the call. Now, there are no automatic first downs. Looks like this crew may not be mic'd up, but pass interference is the call against Nathaniel Pryor. There are no first downs automatically in high school football, so this is still third down, but it moves it 15 yards up to the 36. And we're a little more manageable now. The ball 6 yards shy of the first down. Empty set, trips left side. Hovey, one-step drop, flushed out of the pocket. Almost falls over. Almost falls over again. He's got Cooper Lancaster and Erickson out there way underthrown, but the catch is made wide open. Hovey almost falls over twice, throwing against his body and making that grab. But Roman Erickson, as he has all year long, first grab for 24 yards, gets the first down across the 50 into Cody territory at the 40. The play was intended for Cooper Lancaster, I believe, when the throw came in. And Lancaster knew he was underthrown by about 5 yards. The second the ball went up, he tries to recover. And there comes Roman Erickson in the underneath as we've got a pro set split back formation here. Hovey under center. And a timeout? No. Yes, the timeout does come in just in time. The play clock has not been Star Valley's friend early on. 30 seconds left, 7-6 the score. Star Valley trailing. We're back at 30 seconds with 1st and 10 at the 40.
This is Bill Riley, voice of the Utah Utes. Here's more live coverage of the Star Valley Braves with Duke and Dal.
Well, I'm neither Duke nor Dal. I'm Jake, but I am here with you today for state championship coverage of Star Valley and Cody. Radio only. Duke and Dal are on the video stream that you have to pay for the NFHS network to get. So if you don't want to do that, I'm here for you. Simon Gaskell, the tight end, lined up to the right, as that's the way Hatterley runs and then cuts back. Good coverage by Cody as Marco Skoric, the linebacker, coming in to clean it up. A no gain on the play. Stays at the 40. 2nd down and 10 inside Cody territory. Bureau Star Valley scoreboard has Cody leading 7-6. 4-man front for Cody. Bringing them. Coverage around the right side. Hatterley is cut down by the linebacker, Cinch Dalton. If not the top defensive player, Cinch Dalton is right there as a linebacker defending that edge for Cody, and he defended the edge pretty well there against Hatterley. 2nd down and 10 becomes 3rd down and 12. We come back for the second quarter. Star Valley trails Cody on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard 7-6. We're back in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I've been dancing since I was 3, and I love it. I used to get nervous going places by myself, but I don't get worried anymore. Dance has helped me be brave and confident, and I am even on Desi's dance performing team now. I love being with my friends, and I love my teachers.
To learn more about how you or your child could not only develop their dance skills, but also develop as a person, visit desisdance.com. Youth and adult classes are available. That's desisdance.com.
Watch this game and all SVI sports broadcasts live after the big game at SVInews.com. This is the SVI Sports Network.
It's 7-6 on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard as we welcome you back to action. Star Valley 3rd down and 12 after a couple of, a no gain and then a loss of 2 for Nathan Hatterley. Hatterley joins Hovey in the backfield with Simon Gaskell on the right side and a tight end left as well. Gaskell goes out on a route straight up the gut. It's delivered to Gaskell for the 1st down. A quick hitter. Tight ends on the corner, and they run the tight ends right up the center. A kind of a 4 vertical pattern if you count those tight ends as the receivers in that 12 personnel. Lines up in 12 personnel again. Gaskell's the right side. Hovey back to throw. Has a comeback for Lancaster. It was underthrown, and it hits the dirt. Nice try there. It was just underthrown, and the break for Cooper Lancaster was right on time. If it wasn't underthrown, though, Damian Sander was pretty close with him into man coverage. Sander, the man tasked with covering Cooper Lancaster. A couple of difference makers in the slot for their team, although Lancaster playing a lot of X receiver in this matchup. In fact, I think he's almost exclusively played as the X. 12 personnel again on 2nd down. Read option, hand to Hatterley. Blown up in the backfield. Down lineman gets that tackle. Defensive tackle, Anchor Stewart, the 240-pound senior. Now that allows Stewart to come out. Ben Stewart also out. The junior nose tackle, 6'2", 233. 3rd down and long. Cody brings out the pass rush. 3-man front. Set up at 9 wide coming off the blind side against Hovey. Nice coverage. Hovey flushed out of the pocket, steps up, runs, slides. He'll be a little short. 4th down and about 3. Officiating crew for this 3A state championship game. The head referee is Tom Wells. Umpire is Nathan Peed. Headlines Eric Quinney on one side, and line judge is Robbie Lee on the other. And the back judge, Sam Mamalis, a crew coming out of the Bridger Valley. Mountain View coming out of the Bridger Valley, winning the state championship in 2A against Bighorn in a thriller just before this, 41-38. I kept thinking the game was over. And then 10 seconds later, the team would score another touchdown, and it's like, well, I guess we're back in it. Empty set. This time we see Cooper Lancaster set up into the slot with Simon Gaskell on the far side, but we have a timeout taken. Is that the last for Star Valley of the game, of the first half? It sure looks like it. Star Valley calls their last timeout of the first half. 10-11 left in the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 on Swift 98.
Live coverage of Star Valley sports on the SVI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
This is Star Valley football on SVI Media and Swift 98, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
This is the sort of trivia question for Dal Erickson, but he's in a sheet of glass away from me, so I can't ask when the last time, if ever, Coach Young has spelled all 3 timeouts in the first half with 10-11 to go. 4th down and 3. 2 receivers bunched to the right. They look opposite side to Erickson, and the ball is thrown away. Well, I think it was not thrown away. I think we had a misread of the option route there as Erickson breaking in. And Erickson's going at it with Hovey. The two of them talking about that option where Hovey thought he was breaking to the out with that coverage. And Erickson pretty adamant that the break was inside. So we go back to defense, or as Erickson and Crew Morgan will be manning the edges at outside linebacker. Simon Gaskell and Kyan Watson on the inside for Star Valley. Elia Mautauatia on the strong side end. And then on the weak side right now, we've got Will Linford. And actually, Linford lined up strong side here on this play. And then Ryan Talbot in the nose. Travis Thompson at corner. Sweep up the middle. They fake the sweep, give it to Cash McFadden right up the gut. These +1 running concepts for Cody, so difficult when your fullback is your quarterback. But he's got a downhill run like a fullback. He does not slide. Cash McFadden, son of Matt McFadden. Junior quarterback wearing number 7 as an homage to Maddox Ball, the guy who was here the last couple of years in the state title game. Ward number 7, now a freshman at Carroll College in Montana. A screen pass, trying to find space outside. Nothing to do is the edge defended by Roman Erickson, as we just said. That was completed to Logan Richard. Logan Richard had no prior varsity playing experience coming into this past year. He opted to not run track and field this past season. Very good track runner, and instead just worked on routes, improving his speed for football, and more routes. Talking with Coach McFadden, Richard saw the opening as a 5'6" receiver in that slot in this gun team. You can utilize a 5'4", 5'5", 5'6" player in this offense as a receiver because of all the short passes. Erickson knows that and was tight on Richard in that play. We're whistled dead on 2nd down and 12 at the 30-yard line inside Cody territory. The call is delay of game, and we've had a handful of those now, one on Cody. Everything's different when you're on this field. The play clock is over to that far left side, and I see like there's one on the scoreboard as well. They're looking at it, but you're used to in high school knowing where where everything is. There's not a million things to look at. You don't have grandstands. You don't have all of the distractions lead to just so many delays in game in this state tournament every year, it seems like. This time Richards found out on a quick out to the 35 completed, brings up 3rd down and 7 at the 35 in Cody territory, trying to get across the 50. Damian Sander is in for this play at receiver. Double H-back look. They bring the tight end into the backfield. You have to watch for the quarterback lead up the center here, or ISO read, I should say. It's a pass, and they've got a man downfield just out of his hands, but the flags come in, and that's in the neighborhood of, well, what else could it be other than pass interference? The intended receiver was Porter Rao. Rao's someone who's probably playing the Z receiver all year long if he doesn't get that injury. And I should say all year. They switch their positions around. Just about all these Cody players can play multiple receiver positions. But you had Pryor at the X and then Rao at the Z as the 15-yard penalty for pass interference gives Cody a first down. Actually, no, 10 yards, so it would have been a hold there, a defensive hold the call. Pardon me. Cody continuing to run with 6 offensive linemen. Or are they 7? 6 offensive linemen out there, indeed. And the handoff to Grant, they go away from that 6th lineman. 1-yard pickup. Crew Morgan wrangled him out left of tackle. Now, certainly Cody not a team that you ever expect to just sit pat with what they do. But this is the most heavy that we've seen out of them in some time. And, well, I think part of that is they're usually ahead in this point in the game by 4 or 5 touchdowns. What do they need an extra lineman out there for? They stay with the heavy lineman, move him over right side out of the tackle, have 2 H-backs there as well, and they run it with McFadden. What a play scraping in and making that tackle is Kyan Watson filling the gap there. 3rd down and 7. 7:44 left in the first half. 7-6 the score on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard. And that's in favor of Cody with the ball. Star Valley a turnover on downs, giving Cody this drive here. Snap on 3rd and 7. Drop back. Steps up. McFadden takes off. Has the first down. Now has the edge. He's to the 30 and out of bounds. Chased by Kyan Watson at the 27. We have a player down. And it's Star Valley. And I think that might be Crew Morgan. Had a player buckle trying to catch up with McFadden as he went racing, but I don't think that was where the injury, I think that was Dax Button on coverage. But who's down? It's in the backfield, behind the 50. 7:18 left in the first half. Star Valley's had their fair share of injuries. Cooper Lancaster making a comeback for this game 4 weeks after a broken collarbone. Was told it wasn't nearly as bad as the one last year that ended his season. It was the same collarbone, not the same spot. And the player getting helped off. Still can't quite grab a number on that. But I see Bryce Erickson in as a rusher. And yeah, we've got a new outside backer on the week. Roman Erickson still on the strong side backer, but I think it might have been Crew Morgan because we have Crew Lancaster coming in as the weak side out backer. 1st and 10 is a run. Left side gains 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Carson Smith checks in for this play. Well, he got into the huddle, then immediately out. Landon Schultz is in. Cash McFadden out. Last time we saw this, it was a quarterback run. And again, we see an H-back on either end. 2 receivers either side, and yep, same play right up the middle, but they did not get the penetration that they were looking for. Taken down by Linford, it looked like, almost immediately. There's Elia Mautauatia back out there. I didn't think it was him, but yeah, no, it looks like Crew Morgan is the player who was injured on that play. And so Crew Lancaster comes in. Screen pass goes to Richard. And a nice job by Preston Ross getting through the blocking and getting the takedown. 3rd down and long. Under 6 minutes in the first half. There's a quick no huddle. Play fake. Cash McFadden blown up by Crew Lancaster on the weak side. Well, what was about that? You get hurt. Next man up. Coach Young's talked about his depth all year long, and Crew Lancaster on block coming to the blind side. And the will with the takedown. And that's a turnover. Ball came squirting out. Star Valley takes over on their own 32. Out one Crew, in another. Talk about nerves for Crew Lancaster coming in. And oh yeah, now you're our will for the foreseeable future. Goes and gets a blindside sack. No Hatterley on this play. Kyan Watson, the lone back. A screen pass to Thompson. It's a pitch back. Got the old flea flicker. Hovey spirals it out to Erickson. Erickson grabs it at the 20, down to the 15. Now that is a flea flicker of a different color. It's a pitch out left. Thompson starts to run down as he's looking for what you would think was finding the edge, and then he stops, throws it sideways back to Hovey. Hovey almost overthrows Roman Erickson as he slowed down. Erickson made the grab, and we're back into the Crimson Zone. Marked at the 15. No, make it the 14. Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. Flex motion, sweep handoff. They lined Hatterley up as a slot receiver and then brought him around on a jet sweep. 5:15 left. Positive yardage to the 10. First down is at the 4. Star Valley has trailed since the Cody touchdown. An extra point put them up 7-6 on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard. Bringing Hatterley on the jet sweep again. This time, the blocking's a little better, but the edge is closed off. Jesse Hatch cleaning that one up. Third down and 4. Gets it inside to the 8. Star Valley's out of timeouts with 4:25 left in the first half, so we will not have anything like that. Cody has 2 timeouts left. 10 personnel. Slot left is Lancaster next to the X Erickson, but we have a timeout just taken on cue. There's Cody, and they have 1 left. 4:14 left. The Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard has Cody leading 7-6 in the 3A state title. We're back on Swift 98 in 30 seconds.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
In the Crimson Zone is Star Valley. Brought to you by Riverside Dental. It's 3rd and 4 at the 8. Full house backfield. Play action. Hovey, flush left. Has to get it himself. He jumps through the tackle and makes it. Cash McFadden upended Hovey. I thought he was going to slide, but McFadden was leveraging in a way that if Hovey started to slide, I think McFadden was maybe going to pinch in and keep it short of the first down. As it is, Hovey dives and takes it to the 2, first down and goal. Cody switches personnel, gets a little heavier, brings in a lineman, takes Logan Richard out the nickel back. Coming in for him is Alex Sitz. Got Alea Maitauatia as the fullback. Hand off to Watson. And it's stopped. Looked like a gain of 1 maybe. That is, gain of a little bit more. We have a late flag flying. And Jesse Hatch threw his arms up into the air. I don't know if that's in disbelief or joy. Flag did come out late, so most likely we're looking at a personal foul. 3:22 left in the first half. Cody up by 1 point. Star Valley trying to take that lead back. "33 straight wins for Star Valley is what they're looking for. Well, I can't quite hear that muddiness of the official mic'd up, but we do have offsetting penalties, both of them late. And so we replace, the signal, official said second down. So yeah, I guess offsetting penalties, all stands as is. Second down at the, no, there were 2 penalties on Star Valley, 1 on Cody. So 1 offsetting. And then Star Valley does get a penalty that is assessed. So they are back to the 15 on it. Where Marker says 4th down. It's got to be 2nd down. There it's corrected to 2nd down. 2 tight ends set for Star Valley. Linford left, Gaskell right. Lancaster, the receiver in the Z position near side. We have another penalty. And another delay of game on Star Valley backs them to the 21 and out of the Star Valley out orthodontics Crimson Zone. Nightmare first half for execution. And keeping the game clean. It's been anything but clean for Star Valley. So try 2nd down from the 21. Kyan Watson to the right of Hovey in the gun. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Hovey wants Lancaster in double coverage. Throws it up high. Lancaster made the catch, but they say he's out of bounds. I need to see the replay of that. Not that it matters. There is no replay in high school, but show me that replay. I thought he had the foot in. Of course, the back judge was right there. Cowards. They won't show the replay. He was out. Oh. Producer says he was out. We'll go with that. Did you see a replay there? Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, good. My producer's got the replays there. Well, nice job. Yeah, thank you so much. All I had to do was look to my right. 3rd down and long. It's 3rd and goal, 21 yards out. Try another single coverage. Jump up. Roman Erickson makes the grab. There's a flag. I think it's taken away with the defensive pass interference, but we will see. There was a lot of hand fighting. It's pass interference. Was it offense? Was it defense on the jump ball? And he might have gotten there a little early. That being the defender there on the hit, Griffin McCartan. But I'm not sure. We're still waiting as the referees are conferring. Not sure I'll be able to hear. Our mic's a little muddly down there. Picking the flag up, and it is a touchdown. Roman Erickson scores on the jump ball to give Star Valley the lead. They go up. And there is a personal foul of face mask against Cody. That will be assessed on the kickoff. Star Valley takes a 12-7 lead. Well, do you go for two here? It looks like Star Valley wants to do just that. Roman Erickson brings the play in. Star Valley huddled to go for two. And Hovey is not in. Roman Erickson is in. Gaskell motions right, and it's a bread and butter play. Jump over the line, touchdown. Yeah, I thought probably going with that bread and butter, and sure enough, the pitch. Erickson lead blocks, and Watson dives his way in. Star Valley now up 14-7 on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard. They punch it in and take a 7-point lead with 3:09 left in the first half over Cody. And we have another Cody player down. We'll give you more information on that out of the break back in 1 minute on Swift 98.
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
This is Keith Kelly, voice of the Wyoming Cowboys. Here's more live coverage of the Star Valley Braves with Duke and Dow.
Out of that touchdown, Star Valley leads 14-7 on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard. Roman Erickson with 3 catches, 98 yards, and a score. Travis Thompson with a pair of catches and 27 yards. The injured player is Marco Skoric for Cody, just being helped off coming out of that break, walking off the field right now as Star Valley comes out for the kickoff. Skoric, a pretty important player for Cody. He's second on the team among running backs in carries. 228 yards on the season. Back Richard and Sander, the speedsters for Cody. Skoric with a sack, 3 tackles for a loss, 20 total on this season. Being helped off, we'll see if he is able to return. As we have the kickoff going into the hands of Sander, and then on a reverse gets out to the 25-yard line. May have come out. And Star Valley will be on defense. 1st and 10 at the 25. Coming out of that Carpets Plus color tile of Wyoming kickoff. Locations in Afton and Thane. Actually, to the 28 is the spot. Matauatia and Linford the ends, Talbot the nose. We come back out and looking for our will. I see Sam Backer is Erickson, and Crew Morgan is back in, although looks slow. I'm not sure how effective he will be. Play whistle dead, and Cody taking their third timeout with 2:58 left in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break here, come back for first down and 10 for Cody at their own 28-yard line on Swift 98.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Here's more from Duke and Dow with live coverage of Star Valley Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
First down and 10 at the 28, and a sweep is blown up by Simon Gaskell. Strong side backer takes Logan Richards' number, follows him across the field. And a loss of 5 or 6. 5-yard loss, second down and 15. Second and 15 for Cody. Trailing 14-7 on the Bureau Star Valley scoreboard at their own 23 after that loss of 5. McFadden takes the snap. Takes it up the middle himself, cuts out right, gets to the 25-yard line, but third down and 13 is his reward. And a nice healthy hit from Ryan Talbot as well. Richard checks in for third down and long, replacing Trent Bauer, who had 3 receptions in Cody's opening touchdown drive. That was punched up. Buchanan Grant 2-yard touchdown. Grant just 2 carries and 3 yards so far. McFadden 11 carries for 67. McFadden pump fakes, goes out deep, double coverage. Jump catch by Porter Rao. He got it. Well, I told you if he was healthy all year, it would have been Pryor and Rao. And that's why that jump catch over 2 defenders. The cover man was Preston Ross, and Dax Button over the top as the safety. Neither able to do anything. Actually switch that. Ross is the safety and Button on that cover. Quick incompletion by Cody after that play as they get it into plus territory at the 35 in Star Valley. Territory, 1:19 left, second quarter, 1-score game. This was the final, the first time these two played. 14-7. H back in. 6th lineman is out for Cody for this play, so just the regular 5. McFadden wants a quick out in the flats to Richard. Nowhere to go as Cash Thompson takes him down. Third down and 8. I believe we'll hear from Cash Thompson at halftime, won't we? Yeah. I set it up that we would hear from him pregame, but that was Phoenix up. So we'll hear from Cash at the half. H-back motions left, 3 receivers to the right. McFadden wants the single X out to Rao and overthrown. Rao tried to make the grab anyways. Working against Button. Nice perimeter defense by Button, using that sideline as a second defender. 49 seconds left at 4th and 8 for Cody. Cody's setting up to go for it. So they have an H-back right and 4 receivers, trips left, but Cash McFadden essentially is the fullback in the system. So call it a single back if you want that can throw. McFadden hesitates, waits, gets it to Richard, and a perfect placement right into the breadbasket, into the 2-yard line. That goes over Cash Thompson. And Thompson gave up a step to Richard. And that was the intended route the entire time, isolated on an island and cannot throw the ball better than that. You got one of the fastest guys in the state, Logan Richard, running straight line towards the end zone. 2 yards out, McFadden wants it himself. He's stopped in the backfield by Kyan Watson, who flexes. Well, McKay Young has 2 1,000-pound guys in his 10 years in Star Valley, and they're both on this team, in Kyan Watson and Elia Matauatia. 3rd and goal after the clocking by Cash McFadden. Down to 9 seconds. Still time to run 2 plays here. Cannon Grant with a brace on his left knee. Looking a little slow, and he did come out of the game last week. I wasn't expecting to see him, but he's out here on 3rd down looking for the play to him. Roman Erickson jumps and tips the ball out of the air, face guarding Cash McFadden. A nice route there as they were looking for Grant, and Erickson comes in off of the edge, blows that up. 4th down and goal at the 2. Logan Richard in the slot on the right, Bowers on the line. H-back right, 6 linemen running heavy. Throws it up the middle, and Bauer makes the grab. They ran a rub route for Bauer, and it gave him just a bit of separation. Cooper Lancaster there trying to make the play. You see they run that rub of Richard. You can't quite see it there, but Richard goes out. Bauer comes in and gets them just the timing that they needed. Point after to tie on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard. McFadden the holder. Kick is up. It's a low one, and it is good. We are tied with 3 seconds left. We'll have time for a kickoff at least when we come back in the second quarter in 1 minute. 14-14.
Hi, I'm Jason with the Weed and Pest, and I'm going to do my part to spray knapweed with an EPA-approved, environmentally friendly herbicide.
Hi, I'm Brian with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. I'll control knapweed by digging it.
If you like the area you live, if you like the wildlife, if you love the beautiful valleys around us, we really need to stop this spread. As a concerned citizen of Lincoln County, do your part. Stop the spread of this invasive species.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
High school sports coverage lives here on the SVI Sports Network. Let's get back to the game.
Plus color tile of Wyoming kickoff. Location in Afton and Zane Cody with the touchdown to tie things up 14-14 on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard. 3 seconds left in the first half. A pooch kick up the middle, fielded at the 20-yard line. And an edge broken out right side. Star Valley still on their feet. Who's that ball carrier out there? Still going, still on the ground. They say got taken out of bounds at some point, but what a way to end. That was number 27, Caleb Erickson, it looks like, taking that almost to the house, but that's how the first half ends. 14-14. Star Valley and Cody, nothing been decided either way. Let's go ahead and take a 3-minute break here and come back with our Battleson Brothers battle stats. When we come back, take a look at our first and second quarters highlights and more.
Battleson Brothers has new inventory on the way, so they need to clear out current stock to make room.
everything must go. In-stock LVP has been discounted to $1.99 to $2.99 per square foot. In-stock carpet is marked down to between $1.39 to $2.49 per square foot. Carpet and LVP remnants are also on sale for just 99 cents per square foot, located a block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Addison Brothers Flooring.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Here's more from Duke and Dow with live coverage of Star Valley Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Well, as we get entertained at halftime by the Cody Bronx Band, we have a 14-14 score. Welcome into the Simplot Smoky Canyon and Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com, supporting local families and communities with an intense focus on safety. Join us at Simplot.com. Also taking a look at our Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet 1 Battle Stats quality price and services located a block south of the Arch in Afton. And what an arch that is. Let's see if I can pull up Dow's stats. He's doing a great job keeping me in line here in this first game. Here we go. So Star Valley with 240 total yards of offense, according to this, and 209 total yards of offense for Cody. Cash McFadden has gone 11 of 15 for Cody, throwing with 12 carries as well. 67 yards rushing for McFadden, 137 yards through the air. 6 catches for Logan Richard, the slot receiver, about 5'5", and probably runs a 4.5. 4 catches for Brent Bauer, and 1 catch, a very impressive one, for Porter Rao as well. Also had a carry for a rushing yard as well. Porter Rao getting that 1 grab. Maybe Cody's best play of the first half over 2 defenders, and if not that one, it might have been the throw the next play by Logan Richard. That being said, Star Valley's defense did their job as best as they could, made that touchdown a difficult one for Cody, as it's 14-7 the score, 14-14 the score as Cody gets that one in before the half. Let's take a look at the rushing stats outside of Cash McFadden. Not a whole lot. 2 rushes for 3 yards and a touchdown by Cannon Grant. Landon Schultz, 1 rush for 5 yards. I think Dow missed one of those. One of those rushes was actually, not Logan Richard. Porter Landon Schultz. There we go. I think he gave maybe Porter Rao one of those. But either way, 2 carries for Landon Schultz for 5 yards. And both touchdowns have come, one on the air, one through the ground. That one by Cannon Grant. Brent Bauer with the other touchdown catch coming for about 2 yards out late in the second quarter. For Star Valley, Phoenix Huskies 8 of 13 tossing for 157 yards. Roman Erickson, the leading receiver, with 98 yards. 1 catch for 15 for Cooper Lancaster. A couple more near misses for Lancaster. Sam Gaskell had a nice streak up the middle on 3rd down for a 17-yard reception from the tight end position. And Travis Thompson has 2 catches for 27 yards. Erickson and Thompson with the 2 touchdowns through the air. Rushing yards for Star Valley. Nathan Hatterley leads the way with 48 on 11 carries. And Phoenix Hovey with 30, I think, was when Coach McKay Young gave that 3rd and final time out of the first half. That just does not happen. Here in the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, Star Valley and Cody 14-14 the score. Let's go ahead and grab something that we were looking for earlier with the Crimson Corner, brought to you by Teton Tactical Supply. Follow them on Facebook and join Teton Tac Facebook group where they raffle off tactical gear and guns with limited tickets for fair odds. We'll be hearing from Cash Thompson as part of our senior spotlight interview right now.
It is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff from War Memorial Stadium, and it's our senior spotlight today ahead of the 3A state championship. Cash Thompson, Star Valley High School senior, with us today. Cash, congratulations getting back to the state championship game against the Cody Broncs again. First off, it's your senior year, so maybe explain first off how this one feels a little different than the previous state titles that you've been in.
It's definitely different, like being with the boys and stuff. Like, it's definitely more of like an accomplishment with all the senior boys, it feels like, than last year.
Let's talk about the Cody Broncs as you're facing them again. You guys got them up in Cody earlier this year. What are you guys focusing on when you take on the Broncs this Friday?
We're just going to shut down the run game. We're not going to let them run more than 100 yards on us this week. So that's going to be our main focus, and just no big plays is what we've been talking about. Just because that's all Cody's about, is just making big plays. So we're just going to shut that down this week.
Now, you mentioned stopping the run game specifically. You guys have done really, really well rush defense this year. What is it about the unit, especially you guys up front, that has worked so well, especially on the defensive side of the ball?
I think just like pursuit, really, just 11 guys on the ball every play, and just having everybody in on the pile every play. It's just really demoralizing for them to have climb under 11 Star Valley Braves every play.
Now, Cash, you guys go into this game looking for your 4th consecutive, but one thing we've talked about with Coach Young is for your senior class, like, this is your moment, right, regardless of how many. Does it put any extra pressure on you guys to keep winning, or is it all just about this season, this game?
Yeah, we like to focus on, like, this game and, like, especially in the games, like, just the next play mentality. We forget about the last one and we focus on the next play and what we can do in the moment.
All right, Cash, let's talk more outside of football. What else do you like to do? What other hobbies do you have?
I like snowboarding a lot. I'm a big snowboarder, and I like fishing.
All right, I can't ask the fishing question where you go because I know that's off the table. But snowboarding-wise, do you have a favorite resort?
Yeah, I'm going to pass to Targhee this season, so it should be good.
Excellent, cool. Cash, what about after high school? Do you know what you'll be doing when you graduate?
Mission and college. That's really all I got planned.
Perfect. If you could pick anywhere to go to college right now, any school, anywhere, where would you go?
I have no idea. Like, really no idea.
No, it's all good. It's all good. All right. How about right now in school? What has been your favorite class so far this year?
Construction. I have construction for 2 periods, and we just go out on the job, and we've just been doing finished work lately, so it's been good.
Okay. So after mission, after school, everything, is the construction a field you want to go into, or are you still trying to figure out what you want to do maybe for career later on?
It's definitely a possibility. I've thought about creating a business and stuff and whatnot. But
all right, perfect. Let's see. Cash Thompson, our senior spotlight here on SVI. Cash, what is your favorite kind of music? What do you like to listen to?
I'm kind of a rap guy, so that might be a little
No, it's all good. I've been there. It's all good. So, how about your favorite? Favorite breakfast cereal?
Fruity Pebbles for sure on top.
Nice. How about favorite candy bar?
Twix bar for sure.
All right, Cash. Good luck at the state championship game this weekend. That's Cash Thompson, our senior spotlight on SVI.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine, or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Duke and Dow and live coverage of Star Valley football.
Welcome back into halftime coverage, brought to you by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. We have about 90 seconds on the clock here, but I would imagine we're going to be about 2 or 3 minutes away from the start of half because Cody is just now coming out of the halftime tunnel. Star Valley huddled near midfield. We'll see if they adjust that time at all. But either way, 14-14 on the Bureau Star Valley scoreboard. And I got a few defensive stats I can send your way for Star Valley. As Dylan Hershey led the way with unassisted tackles, had 4 and a fumble recovery in that first half. That fumble forced by Crew Lancaster, who was in as a weak side linebacker because, well, normal. Crew Morgan got hurt. He was able to return. He looks a little slow, Crew does, but I guess aren't we all at this point in the season. But Crew Lancaster comes around the edge, and he was unblocked, and nobody alerted Cash McFadden on that play. Hit him from behind and forced the fumble. So in limited times, the unassisted tackle for a loss, sack, and forced fumble for Crew Lancaster, a storyline of the first half. Sam Gaskell with 8 defensive points, 3 assisted tackles, 2 unassisted, and 1 for a loss. Roman Erickson and Zach Thompson combined for a TFL, and Erickson has 1 more as well. Leading tackler was Hershey in the first half for Star Valley. For Cody, the leading defensive point getter was Cinch Dalton. That's unusual. He led them in defensive points. Jesse Hatch was second on the season. 4 assisted tackles, 1 unassisted, and 1 TFL in the game. Damian Sander with 1 unassisted and a You looking at a pump block? Oh, pass breakup. There we go. A pass breakup. It's like a peanut butter and what now? Okay. I figured it out. With one pass break as well. That's pretty straightforward stats for defensive, the defensive Cody. Not really any tackles for a loss. We had 2 of those, one by Cinch, one by Michael Cat, one by Anchor Stewart in the first half. That's compared to in the first half for Star Valley, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tackles for a loss. That being said, the penalties have really been the killer for Star Valley. First half, 7 penalties for 60 yards. And I don't know. It feels worse than that. It feels like, I know 60 yards is a lot of penalties, but it feels like more than half a football field was given up. One of those personal fouls was actually half the distance, I think. So that helped take a few yards out as we see Cash McFadden warming up on the sideline for Cody as we are ready for the kickoff. Star Valley received to begin the game, so they kick as Cody deferred in half number 1. Looks like we might have a new kicker. Sure do. New kicker for Star Valley is Owen Brown, freshman. Listed as a kicker, too. Kicker only. All right. Well, a freshman getting some time in a state championship game one way or another. I'm sure he's excited and hoping that it all goes well. It's a nice boot to begin the second half, fielded at the 14-yard marker. That by was not Sander, rather that was Richard in to the 29-yard line. A 14-yard return for Cody. They take over on their own 29, first down and 10 in the second half as we exit out of the halftime coverage. This third quarter is brought to you by Valley Trailer Services, locally owned right in Star Valley by Reese Heibel. No need to take your trailers out of the valley for repair. Call 307-699-7441. Quarterback keeper for McFadden on an empty set. Takes about 3 or 4 Star Valley defenders to bring him down with the forward motion. Finally comes down after a gain of 7 yards. A nice first down play for Cody as they move quickly into the no huddle. They were not as quick moving. About 5 seconds and the snap comes in. A handoff. No gain. Third down and 3. Cody took their time more than I've seen them do in the last 2-3 years in this state championship first half against Star Valley. And then the first play is followed up by the second play of the third quarter, 5 to 8 seconds after the ball hit the ground. They had a quick spot and they were immediate to go, but it's a no gain. So third down and 3 shotgun. H back to the right with the single halfback and score it. I'll take me back. That's Cannon Grant on third down, and he gets maybe a yard. And fourth down and 2 from their own 38. Decision time for Cody, I guess. I would think they would punt it here, and that's what they show. But Cash McFadden is the punter, so that always brings the element of a potential fake. Single man back to return for Star Valley. Standing at the 20. 10:25 left in the third quarter. And the McFadden punt rolls inside the 20 and takes an excellent bounce. Let go by Thompson. May have wanted to take that fair catch. It's down at the 8. Make it the 9. Star Valley starting inside their own 10 for the first drive of quarter number 3. In this third quarter, brought to you by Valley Trailer Services and Reese Heibel. I was calling Reese Heibel as a quarterback years ago. Man, 2015, I think that was. Time flies when you're getting beaten every week, and that wasn't Star Valley I'm talking about. I saw them once a year, and there they went, there they came. Got to see all their backups, Got to see their linemen score touchdowns. It was a good time. Kyan Watson takes the handoff out of a single-man set, is hammered by Jesse Hatch trying to find space around the right edge. Picks up 1.5 yards, second down, and a long 8. That was at the beginning of McKay Young's transition into Star Valley. It was with Heibel at quarterback. 2 tight end set. Shotgun. Read option. Gives it up the middle. Nice gain. Brings up 3rd down and 3 to the make it the 18. Personnel change here for 3rd down. Roman Erickson and Cash Thompson both coming in. Or excuse me, Travis Thompson coming in as the one tight end, 1 H out. It's up the middle to Thompson. Completed for a 1st down. Gets out to the 28. Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down for Star Valley. Their first of this 3rd quarter. Will Linford comes back in as they move back to a 2 tight end set, 12 personnel. 1 receiver either side. Erickson stays in as the X on the right. Read option. Hovey keeps it. Takes the corner. Gets a nice gain. They don't see Phoenix Hovey running it too often, and that read option call was dialed up. Works for a gain of 11. Nobody followed Hovey as he gets it out to the 40. Already 30 yards gained on this drive in the first couple of minutes. With 8:28 left in the 3rd quarter, brought to you by Valley Trailer Services. Single back is Kyan Watson. Tight end is left. Late release there. And we have a flag at the line of scrimmage as Cooper Lancaster takes a pitch. Pass out left side for 1st down yardage, but I think it's all coming back here. We'll see. I thought I saw Simon Gaskell actually trying to get away from his lineman and maybe caught outside of the, what do they call that, the numbers there. That was actually a legal procedure is the call. Someone went a little early. False start for Star Valley. That's why it came from the line judge there at the 35, 14 the score on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard. 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 15. Simon Gaskell, the tight end right, single back. Linford, the tight end left. 2 receivers. Watson moves to the left in the gun. Read option again. Give her to Watson. He gets the yards back. Now a 1st down across the 50. Shot down across midfield. And a pole guard there. That's Ryan Talbot leading the way on the halfback power. Across midfield to the 41. Well, if you're going to have a pole guard, you may not think of Ryan Talbot as the guy with quickness, but yeah, he's pretty quick and pretty powerful as well. That is the strong side of the offensive line, but Talbot led that power as we have an offensive first for the day, an I formation, 22 personnel with Watson bouncing off another tackle. Now bullying on the outside as he bounces out. Skorick stops him, but it's a gain of 10 and a 1st down to the 30. Valley Trailer Services, 3rd quarter finds another Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down, knocking on that Riverside Dental Crimson zone. Spotted at the 31, 1st and 10. Watson stays in as the back. Single tight end set, 3 receivers, 2 to the right. Hand off to Watson again. He bounces out after getting past the first tackler in the backfield, gains 2 yards. Not a lot of room there. Pretty quick grabbing him in the backfield is Alex Sips, the senior linebacker. Defensive end. Depends on where they put him. Right now he's playing at the D end spot. Star Valley stays in 12 personnel. Gaskell's to the right, 2 receivers left. It's Travis Thompson in the slot. Erickson on the line to the left. Lancaster, the lone receiver, right. Handoff on another read option. Kyan Watson has cinched Dalton, wrangling him for a no gain. Was 2nd and 8. Might have been a loss of 10, or excuse me, a loss on that down, and it is a loss of 2. Becomes 3rd and 10. Gaskell comes out. So Star Valley moves to a 4 receiver personnel here. Preston Ross with double slot on the right. The left slot is Lancaster. Hovey in the gun takes the snap. Looks right. Flushed out of the pocket. He's taken down. Nowhere to go, and wisely just hang on to that ball. That is Sitz coming around from the right end position all the way inside. So the replay that I was just watching was a little bit late there, but Sitz was at the right end spot, and the interior lineman takes his man. He cuts inside, and they missed picking up Sitz for that sack. 4th and extra long. Time for a punt for Star Valley. At 4.5 minutes left in the third, a line drive punt. Hits ground and picked up at the 6-yard line. Taken to the 8. Quick coverage by Star Valley's defense because that was a line drive punt, but they were there on the catch. Nowhere to go, and inside the 10 is where Cody starts, but field position has not necessarily been too big of a deal for either team. When their offense is going, they can get big chunk yards. Star Valley started that drive at their own 10. That was not the issue. They got it across half midfield pretty quickly. And it is 1st and 10 at their own 8. Cody and Star Valley tied. Cody football on this drive with 4:24 left in the third quarter. Three receivers, H-back to the right. McFadden fakes a throw left, rolls back out, delivers it to that H-back, and it's completed, pushed out of bounds by Erickson for a gain of 9. Doesn't see that too often. Gavin Siebert has about no stats to speak of offensively. When I was getting ready for the first Cody Star Valley game, I actually had to ask Coach McFadden, who is that H-back? Because he's not on the stats, and there's no online roster available. Okay, yeah, that's Siebert. And that's the job of an H-back, get all those no stats. But a lot of blocks, did a good job there. When his number was called, getting within 1 yard of the down. So on 2nd and 1, a flag comes in the backfield from the line judge. Looked to be a yard short as the play stands on the run up the middle. But the foul is against Cody. 4:13 in the third quarter. And brought to you by Valley Trailer Services, locally owned right in Star Valley by Reese Heibel. Ryan Talbot is out for this play. Eliab Mautawatia is the nose for 2nd down as Cody was pushed back. Will Linford on one end spot, and they bring in Bryce Erickson. Expect him to be coming on the run. Lined up in a 7 technique, tries to get around on a spin to bring the pressure. McFadden sends it down to Richard. The coverage caught up in Dax Button, but didn't look out. The catch is made, but it's out of bounds, so it's incomplete. Take a look at this replay. Well, I'm taking a look at this replay to see as Button does a nice job pushing him out on the perimeter. And, oh, that was close. I think the call that the official saw was the front of the shoe must have been on White because I had the back angle, and he was in on the back of his shoes. Incomplete. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, H-back right. McFadden winds back, looks to throw, has pressure coming, feels it, runs out of it, gets forward to the 20, gets the first down. Dragged down from behind by Linford. This Currents, well, we just had a substitution. Eli Mautauatia is now out, and they've flipped the defensive ends. Erickson to the right of Talbot, and, Linford to the right, Erickson to the left. Simon Gaskell playing outside linebacker on this play. Pressure comes in on the snap. Pocket collapses. Gets it away. Richard incomplete up the sideline. McFadden still somehow got rid of that ball. Travis Thompson had some nice coverage with 3:23 left. In the third period, it becomes 3rd and 10 on Cody's 21. Several personnel switches for the defense on this play. Actually, Crew Lancaster. Yeah, Crew Lancaster back in. Crew Morgan gave it a try, but Gaskell and Lancaster playing on the strong side here for this play. McFadden gets flushed, and again, there's Crew Lancaster for a half sack. Roman Erickson came from the strong side, and then Lancaster on the weak side. Clean things up. 3rd and long. I think the stats would have to go as a half sack there for Lancaster and Erickson. Erickson made the first contact. Lancaster there to finally bring him down. Either way, 3rd down and 17. Cody inside their own 20 at the 14. 2 receivers. 2 tight ends and an H-back. A direct run for McFadden. He's got space to the 25. Toe tackled by Erickson. Cody loaded up the line of scrimmage there for Cash McFadden to run behind. Brings up 4th down and 4. The punt unit comes out. Still in the 3rd period in a tie ball game. No scores this quarter. The ball being punted. Line of scrimmage at the 27. Cooper Lancaster is the lone return man. Goes over his head, backs up. Lancaster wants to return it. He grabs it, does, tries to beat a man, but what a toe tackle by Porter Rao. Cooper Lancaster was all ready to get a return. He's been waiting for a punt return opportunity since breaking his collarbone against Evanston. I was going back to look at that Evanston game where he was hurt. He had the first breakout play in that game, Lancaster did. He had the first breakout play against Cody the week before. He had the first big breakout play, in fact, for 3 weeks prior to that as well. Lancaster has been such a spark plug throughout so many of these series for Star Valley this year. Not always on the touchdown end of things, but picking up space on broken plays, especially. Hovey looks for a man, has Button out right side, makes a move across midfield down to the 35-yard line, up the sideline. A quick play. That was Preston Ross, on that catch. On press coverage, they ran cover 2 against Ross, and the linebackers did not cover sideline space. That's one of the soft spots led by cover 2 sometimes. Get it over the press coverage of the defensive backs on the corner. You got a little space over the top. And Phoenix Hovey did a great job reading the defense, realizing that, getting the stop there. Phoenix Hovey with 4 receivers, 2 either side. Kyan Watson, the halfback. 4 Cody linemen, big on big coverage. Pocket breaks. Hovey scrambling, throwing it to the sideline. There's Roman Erickson, spins out of a tackle at the 20, to the 5, reaches out, the ball is out. Did he hit the pylon? Just short. a broken play, and Roman Erickson takes the play to the 1 yard line. They rule him out a few before that at the 4. It was just a 4-man rush. The coverage broke down as there were 6 in pass protection for Star Valley. Got Hovey under center. I think we're going to do a little tush push here, and they do. Phoenix Hovey's pushed in, and that's got to be a touchdown. It is. Touchdown, Star Valley. The tush push. Phoenix Hovey with the rushing touchdown. Now, usually we see the bread and butter on a goal line play. That's a newfangled way of getting the quarterback in. Wouldn't have been legal a few decades ago with the blocking rules changing. You can now shove a guy forward, keep pushing, and Hovey basically had a ride from Kyan Watson and Nathan Hatterley, pushing him right into the end zone. Tate Lawson comes out for the point after, with Star Valley leading 20-14 as they get the score inside the Riverside Dental Crimson zone on one play. They're right out of it, and the extra point no good. 20-14. Let's take a 30-second break and come back on Swift 98 with the kickoff to Cody.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Here's more from Duke and Dow with live coverage of Star Valley Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
I don't think The kickoff coming out of the touchdown for Star Valley. The kickoff, again, the freshman getting the boot here. Tate Lawson tried the point after. It was no good. But Owen Brown on the Carpets Plus color tile of Wyoming kickoff, as that will sail to the 29-yard line. Good field position for Cody as they come back out down 6 points. 2 missed point afters by Lossick for Star Valley. They got a 2-point conversion. Star Valley did to make it 12-7 to 14-7. Star Valley struck first. And then Cody took the lead with the touchdown and extra point made. 7-6 was the score for quite some time. Breaking the tie from halftime as we'll welcome you back to third quarter coverage brought to you by Valley Trailer Service. McFadden has a receiver up the middle. Double coverage. Errant throw. Dylan Hershey was the safety waiting back. And Logan Richard, intended receiver. Kyan Watson had to cover him there as a linebacker, so that made McFadden think, well, this is my plus. This is who I want to send it to. Well, Hershey was in the back, waiting in zone, and nearly a pick becomes 2nd and 10 from their own 29. Cody football. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Star Valley leading 20-14. Scoreboard brought to you by the Bureau of Star Valley. Griffin McCartan lined up for Cody as a receiver on the far right side. May have a false start on Cody, it looks like, as McCartan in, McCartan's back out. Replaced by Logan Richard. Playing slot right. Roman Erickson matched up with Richard at the moment. 2 high safeties for Star Valley. McFadden looks out left, still looking. Now pressure comes in. Hit with a flag in the backfield as well. No throw for McFadden as it gets taken down, but we await the penalty. And it's offensive holding, so decline the penalty, and 2nd and 15 becomes 3rd and 15. Cody able to switch through and cycle through these receivers. Porter Rao was in. Now he's out. H-back back in for Cody. Shotgun. Tight end right as well. McFadden's flushed. Throws. Was hurried, so he overthrows Bauer. Pressure coming in from the opposite side. That's, I think, Crew Lancaster again forcing that. And the clock continues to run on that incompletion. You know, I never complain about that in most situations because I'm not on either team. I'm just here till the game's over. But I think they'll have to reset the clock. Probably, I think it was 24 seconds is the clock reset. 4th down and 15, a punt. Cooper Lancaster back returning again. McFadden the punt to Lancaster. He takes it, breaks, spins around, and tackled by Landon Schultz after getting to the 43. Gain of 4 yards on the return for Lancaster. Every time I see Cooper going towards contact, I'm happy when I see him bounce away from it because just 4 weeks removed from a broken collarbone. You can tell he's usually not the one trying to go into a lot of contact as it is, but man, I would be really, really, really wary of taking a hit there or landing. Empty set for Star Valley. See if they motion a man into the backfield. No, they motion a man from right to left. 14 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 43. Quick button hook to Lancaster to get him the ball. And Lancaster fighting for extra yards past the 50. Into plus territory in the 48. It's 2nd down and 1. Now Lancaster not avert to contact there. Actually 2nd and 2. They give him 1 yard past the 50. Back in an empty set. 3 receivers left. 20-14. Ran a quick button hook to the inside slot on the right. Cooper Lancaster last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Could do the same here with press coverage on the right, but Lancaster being given a lot of room. And we've got a whistle. No play. 2 seconds left. Thought we were going to have the official say something. Maybe not. 2nd down and 2 at the 49. No flag. Star Valley had 10 people on the field. Simon Gaskell moves in late as the Z receiver. Comes into motion. That's motioning into the slot back spot to lead the way for Phoenix. Hovey trying to get the 2 yards. Hovey maybe gets 1. Something about Cody. You have not seen as many mistakes or mishaps out of Star Valley combined this season, and we've seen this game, as you just saw, 10 men on the field until right before the snap. But either way, they lead 20-14 over Cody on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard, and we'll come back in 1 minute with 4th quarter action. Brought to you by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. State Championship 3A game, Cody Star Valley.
Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Dylan Hershey on being this week's Man of the Week. Congratulations, Dylan.
Dylan Hershey, son of Mark and Krista Hershey, strong safety and running back, senior, Freedom, Idaho.
And it's intercepted, taken back the other way by Hershey. Hershey on the run to the 30, to the 20. It's a 10-5 touchdown.
Fourth quarter action, Star Valley with the football. 3rd down and 2 is the call, so a no gain by Hovey and a 3rd straight play in this series. Showing 0 personnel. 5 wide out, 3 to the left, and movement on the line. A false start on Star Valley to start the quarter. This fourth quarter brought to you by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, locally owned, local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison. It's the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com. Ryan Talbot, the player who false started there. Veteran senior left guard. Rare miss. 4-man front for Cody, not showing any blitz. Press coverage on the corners. Hovey steps up, has some space, tucks and runs, needs the first down marker, and looked like Patrick Mahomes racing to the sticks to get out of bounds, did Hovey. Didn't want to take a hit, wanted to get just enough, and I think that he did. They moved the chains. Star Valley first down. Star Valley Orthodontics bringing you first downs all year long. A 6-point lead to start this fourth quarter for Star Valley, 20-14. They have a 2-point conversion and 2 missed point after attempts. I formation, you don't see this often. Elia Matawatia, a power fullback, and they do run the dive straight at the A, and a good gain on first down for that. 3 yards and clouded dust. And a timeout, it looks like, being taken by Star Valley on 2nd down. We'll wait, though, see if that actually is the case, or if Coach Young just looks like he was just giving some instructions at about midfield. So Matawatia stays in offensively, which means we're back into the I formation. 22 personnel. This is a heavy run set, and they do give it to Kyan Watson, who carries it forward right to the first down marker, and we have a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Ran the dive last time. Go opposite way this time. Ran at Talbot. So the clock comes under 11 minutes. Ian Watson, such a powerful runner, and 6 points. Elia Matawatia, the fullback. Linford and Gaskell, a pair of tight ends who you trust to block. The 22 personnel. This is old-fashioned Star Valley football, and they're going back to it here. Trying to go outside here, and the bounce never bounces. Watson brought back for a big loss on 2nd. Now actually just a 1-yard loss. Forward progress is 2nd and 11. We're spotted at the 37 in Cody territory. Star Valley leading by 6 points in the 3A state championship game. This is the 4th straight meeting of this. It's been 10 years since anyone else has been named state champion, and it looks like it could be another 10 years the way things are going before anyone else. Maybe Riverton, that's a program on the rise. They try to run at Talbot again, this time to the right. But that strong side of the line is stopped. Cinch Dalton on that stop. Cinch and Jesse Hatch are the 2 guards offensively for this Cody team, and they run a lot of power, they run a lot of pin pull plays, and on defense, that is the heart of your defense with those 2. This time Jesse Hatch, watch him on the blind side, lining up 9 wide, coming at Hovey, and they adjust. They call the Tom block for Hatterley. No, they do send him out on a route rather, and Hovey threw it right into the hands of a Cody defender, but it was incomplete. Little surprised they didn't adjust there. That being Star Valley with Kyan Watson, you see that. There's actually sits coming out of that 9 wide of the right end position. That's your pass rusher. I thought they might, when they switched Watson from the right to the left side, call it Tom there to have him helping out the tackle. They did not. And Hovey had no time to have the punt. After all of that, Lawson gives it to the 14, where a fair catch is made by Cash McFadden on the punt return. What doesn't he do? Well, he hasn't snapped it to himself yet. Cody takes over at the 15. This is a one-possession game. Star Valley up by just 6. You give up a touchdown here, you just have to assume you're going to be down with the point after. First down and 10. H-back left side, trips to the right. 10 personnel with that H-back. Single coverage, looks for Porter Rao over the top. Rao had it. And Thompson with the pass breakup. A nice job. A good throw by McFadden. Maybe a hair under for Rao. Travis Thompson with a tough assignment on single man coverage there on Rao. Now we have a new receiver in for Cody. I don't think we've seen him in all day. This is Lane Stevenson, 6'1", 150 on the near side. That's Travis Thompson's matchup this time. Star Valley shows zone defense. It's a run up the gut. Ball is on the ground, and Star Valley comes up with it. I think it is Star Valley fumble recovery. Well, McFadden on the quarterback lead loses the football, forcing that fumble, Simon Gaskell. And it's Star Valley football. That's the play they've been looking for. Leading by 6 points after forced to punt here in the Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth quarter. Star Valley knocking on the Crimson Zone. At the 23, the drive starts. Just saw the one replay, but it sure looked like Gaskell, the player, to punch that ball out. Might call this a pistol set as they run a jet sweep to Lancaster. It's a double reverse back to Hovey. Now he throws it back to Lancaster up the sideline. Takes it up the corner. 10, 5. Lancaster on his feet. Stretches. Just a bit short. So we had a double reverse flea flicker back to Lancaster. Cooper Lancaster touched the ball, twice on that play. Phoenix Hovey had it twice. And we're inside the Crimson Zone. Brought to you by Riverside Dental at the 2. They run tush push again, this time with Matauatia behind Hovey. And it's in! Touchdown! Star Valley for insurance. 8 minutes, 21 seconds left on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard. They lead it by 12. Probably going to go for 2 here. See Matauatia, as I'm getting a look at that replay, he was set up right behind Phoenix Hovey. Is that called a back block? It's not lead blocking, a back push? I don't know. He's usually a fullback, and it felt like he was still a fullback on that play, even though he lined up as the far back guy. So Star Valley does go for 2. Again, having personnel issues. They don't have enough guys on the field. They're running 10. Out to the right side, Roman Erickson almost still makes the grab in single coverage with Cash McFadden, but it is incomplete. Offensive hold called there. And the 2-point is no good one way or another. 26-14. Star Valley on top in the fourth quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more here. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth quarter. 12-point lead in the 3A state title over Cody.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Welcome back. It's a kickoff for Star Valley. Those brought to you by Carpets Plus Color Tile of Wyoming with locations in Afton and Thane. And 26-14 the score on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard after a push. I love saying. I don't know why. It's just, I think I like the, what do we say? I got a smart high school student next to me. Alliteration. That's the word. It's the alliteration of it all, I think, that I like. Punch kick, maybe a modified onside kick to see what you can get. It's down at the 35. Either way, kicking away from the dangerous returners of Sander and Richard. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for Cody. Down 2 scores, 8 minutes, 21 seconds to go in this game. 4th quarter brought to you by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison. Seibert's the H-back left, and we've got an H-back to the right as well. They run quarterback lead to the left, and that's Landon Schultz taking that direct snap. You could call it Wildcat, I guess, but Schultz is also the backup quarterback. Gaines 10 was the backup last year as well for Maddox Ball, as McFadden was just a sophomore. It's enough for a first down to the 45. Two receivers left. Strong right side. McFadden has time. Looking for Richard downfield. Doesn't get him. And he gets knocked out of bounds pretty good by Crew Lancaster. Deep zone cover there is Star Valley not wanting to get beat over the top. Had Cooper Lancaster and Travis Thompson draped over Richard. 7:46 left in the 4th quarter. 2-score lead for Star Valley. Looking for their 4th straight state championship. McFadden takes the snap. Shotgun. Looks for a comeback route on the left side. Underthrows Logan Richard, who did have the opening and was at the sticks. 3rd and 9. Have to go back to the 50s, the last time we had more than 3 in a row at this classification. And back then it was called single A, but single A became 3A, double A became 4A, and Class B became 1A. Quarterback keeper again up the middle. Near midfield. 4th and 5. With 7:32 left. Down 2 scores. I think it's pretty clear Cody will go for it. Ben Stewart, the tight end, to the right. Gavin Seibert moves left in the H-back position. 4th down and 6, actually. Quick comeback, and it's picked off. No, it's incomplete, but either way, a turnover on downs. The comeback route, they've been going to it several times, and this time it was sniffed out by Thompson. He had it in his hands. He had it for 2 steps and then fell out. That intended for Logan Richard. But a turnover on downs one way or another. The pass breakup ends the drive and gives Star Valley 1st and 10 in plus territory at the 49 with 7 minutes left and a chance to go up 3 scores and put this game to bed. Star Valley lined pretty tight. To the line of scrimmage, they'll have to take a timeout to avoid an illegal substitution, as they were having players run in, run out, well after the huddle. So to avoid the illegal substitution, Star Valley takes the timeout. Coach Young has 7 minutes and 4 seconds left to hold a 12-point advantage. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Star Valley leads Cody in the 3A title, 26-14 on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard.
Lincoln County School District 2 Transportation Department has multiple openings. Work mostly weekends as a full-time activity driver starting at $25.75 an hour plus benefits. Or you can work weekdays as a full-time daily route driver starting at $22.75 an hour also with benefits. Or work part-time as a bus aide for $17.50 per hour. All positions include paid training. Visit lcsd2.org and click job openings.
Pitch left. Run the stretch play to Kyan Watson as he takes the pitch left. Gets a gain of 1 yard. Went about 7 or 8 yards to the left, trying to gain some traction here, but nowhere to go. A nice cover on the right side for the Cody defense. They need 3 and out. They need it now. I guess they probably need 4 stops, as the first down marker is already into Cody's 39. So Star Valley liable to go for it if they get close. For the second time today, we see the T formation. Under center, Hovey, hands off to the A-back, Hatterley. Three-yard gain. Third down and 7. Still think it's 2-down territory, but Cody will talk about it. 3rd and 7 when he comes back, 26-14 on the Bureau of Star Valley scoreboard. Star Valley leads Cody in the title. Third and 7 here as it's 26-14 on the Banker Star Valley scoreboard. Empty set, trips to the left. Hovey looks back. They have a screen pass completed to Thompson on that screen. And Cinch Dalton wrangling the middle of the field. 2-yard gain, 4th down and 5. Does Star Valley go for it here, or do they go for the punt? Looks like Tate Lawson is coming out there for the punt to try to pin them back. Cody down 2 scores. Fourth quarter action brought to you by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Tate Lawson punting to Cash McFadden. McFadden standing at his own 11. High punt, not much distance to it. No rotation either. It rolls out of bounds inside the 20. Cody takes over, first down and 10. Own 16. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left. This is as quick strike of an offense as you can get. Cody Bronx offense is built on big plays. And Star Valley's defense is built on not allowing big plays. They've been caught over the top a couple of times today. It's been bend but don't break in the rushing game. Bad right at 100 rushing yards. 115 total for Cody. On the ground, 261 total yards. Reverse pitch. Porter Rao takes it around the right corner. And gets a few yards. But they get credited with that tackle. Is touched McFadden as he was headed out of bounds. No huddle. Rao on the right side. Richard on the left. Slot, that is. McFadden, the keeper. That actually is Schultz, I think. Take back there, that is McFadden. He gets close to the sticks. First down markers at the 26, and that's where they put the football. 5:02 left in Cody. Clock doesn't start until they set the sticks, and 2 seconds later, the snap comes in. It's a play up the middle to Bauer, completed for 9 yards. Snap was at 50. And on third down, a handoff, right side, first down gained, almost gets outside, just taken down by Dylan Hershey. Ball carrier there for Cody. Carson Smith. Not a name I've said or seen much throughout the season. No huddle offense with a frantic pace. There's a flag. Might be I guess it'd either be a false start or maybe Star Valley was trying to get a timeout in, but was a false start on Cody. Takes away some of that momentum. Carson Smith, 41 attempts is all on the season. 4 touchdowns, though. That's Cody football. Averages 6.1 yards per carry. If he stays in on this first and 15, Cannon Grant certainly is maybe to return this game. He's injured against Riverton in the thriller, 28-21. The semifinals. Snapping and shotgun. McFadden pressured and hammered by Will Linford. Linford comes around from the strong side and hammered him right face mask to face mask. Under 4 minutes. A loss of 2. Second down and 17. Spotted at the 34. Here's Cody getting in position. Handoff fake. 2 lead blockers for McFadden. And they got out to the 50, 45. Tries to cut around the sideline. Travis Thompson makes the stop. And 2 lead blockers on that play. As you see the pin pull action, we mentioned this. Cody loves running that, where they pull both guards out. That was Anchor Stewart and Jesse Hatch there. Coming around as the left and right guard. And you get that +1 and Cash McFadden with a full head of steam and 2 pulling guards. Trouble. And one of the biggest games of the day for Cody. Maybe the biggest on the ground. First down and 10 in Star Valley territory. 35-yard line is where they are standing. First down 10, 26. I should have said something. I haven't been able to hear the official all game. Can't imagine you back at home have been hearing the muddled as well either, but we have first and 10 for now at the 35. And maybe a timeout. It looks like the quietest timeout ever. Interesting. That was Cody's doing. We'll keep it right here for the moment. I cannot confirm that timeout. Maybe they're coming right back. I don't want to wait for 30 seconds. And it looks like the players are coming right back out. Clock will roll at the spot of the ball, they say, but it's still not. First and 10, the clock still isn't going, 3:38. Now the clock goes. Single goes to Landon Schultz, he keeps it. Preston Rossman will bring the tackle. Don't you have the benefit of about 6 seconds there? I heard the official correctly that he's supposed to roll at the place without the snap. Landon Schultz stays in at quarterback. 2 H-backs, looks to throw. Has a man, it's Bauer. Throws it out. Adam comes back in for the 2 yards to go. 27-yard line where the ball is spotted. Needs to get to the 25. Tanner Grant, the halfback, coming back in. They bring Damian Sander in as a receiver. Corey Rao back in as a receiver. So just a single H-back, no tight end. McFadden wants to throw, has a man underthrown. It was caught, but not by the team that they wanted. And they say Travis Thompson did not get that interception. ball hit the ground as he did. So a pass breakup, 4th down and 2, 3:03 left in Cody with 2 timeouts left. Down 26-14 here in the 4th quarter. Brought to you by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Star Valley scoreboard has Star Valley up by 12 points, closing in on a 4th consecutive state championship. And Landon Schultz is the man at the quarterback. Gets 4 yards, so 1st down and 10 for the 23, not yet. Clock stops. Clock should have stopped in 3 minutes. They're not stopping the clock for a 1st down. Cody up. And I think we'll have a timeout taken by Cody. We'll see if a few more seconds are put on the clock in the meantime. Right now it says 2:51, 26-14 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. We're back at 30.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Let's go back to the game with more live coverage of Star Valley High School sports on the SVI Sports Network.
1st down and 10 at the 23. Cash McFadden has an empty set, looking to throw. It's low, aimed for Richard. Simon Gasco tipped that ball away. Logan Erickson gave a pop to Logan Richard. It's legal. The ball had already touched his hands. 2:46 left. 2nd and 10. Porter Rao, the slot receiver. Logan Richard, the Z out on the far side. X is Ballard. We have a single man in the backfield, H-back left. Looking up the middle on a slant pattern. Incomplete. Fadden's been underthrowing receivers. With Landon Schultz most recently coming in on what was a passing play. I almost have to wonder. McFadden got his hand in or something because his throws don't seem to be there quite yet. 3 receivers, it's 3rd and 10. Still at the 23, and the timeout taken by Coach Blake Gone. That's their last timeout, so this is the game. Star Valley gets the ball back out after this series. Cody needs to score, or Star Valley will run up the clock with the 1st down. We'll take a timeout. Be back in 30 seconds.
Welcome to Aspen Physical Therapy. Let our team help you out with your healthcare needs. We work with a wide variety of patients from car accidents to strains and sprains to injured athletes to post-surgical care. We have a number of modalities and different procedures we use to help people, including dry needling and our radial pulse wave machine. We have offices in Thane and Afton and are open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays we are out seeing our home health patients. Aspen Physical Therapy, getting you back to work, to play, to life.
This is Star Valley Football on SVI Media and Swift 98, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
Snap comes in. It's a double reverse right out of the timeout. Just Porter Rao. He's at the 20-yard line. Breaks the tackle by Travis Thompson. Dylan Hershey hits him late. A personal foul coming in on Hershey. It was close. I think Hershey was clearly out of bounds, but I'm not sure he entirely knew that. As he was trying to make a tackle, you see Hershey. I mean, that's a pretty weak. He is probably out of bounds, but he's still trying to toe the line as I'm watching the replay. Can't agree with that call, but get to look at a replay like I do. But I feel like Hershey's just been playing the ball. So that person found that just half the distance to the goal. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left. It's this 26-14. Star Valley Cody wins the title. Star Valley scoreboard. Landon Schultz is in at quarterback. We had a false start on the right side of the offensive line for Cody. We backed them up 5 yards. False start was on number 77, Sawyer Engdahl. Or 53 on that. Maybe just as haps on that throw. Both guarded the tackle early from the right side of the foul. First down goal, we're at 15. It's Fadden. Looks to run, pulls back, gets it to the tight end. He makes the catch, and then it loops out of his hands. So there'll be incomplete. How about a fumble there? Ben Stewart making the deal grab it there. Having it punched out of his hands. Up there is Dylan Hershey. Second and goal at the 15. 3 receivers to the left for Cody, 1 right. Back sideways, block it. All the time in the world. Hunter is raising them. The thrust of the play there for Cashman Fadden to throw at a covered quarter round. Goal. Fadden just something doesn't seem quite right out there between the first 3.5 quarters. Throws happen right now. Back from the snap, chase, flush with 4 receivers, throws to Rao. It's a jump ball, and it's caught by Porter Rao. Well, Thompson had a chance at it. Rao had a chance at it. And Porter Rao comes up with the grab, and it's back to a single score game with 2:15 left. A jump ball at the left pylon. Thompson definitely had hands on it. So did Rao, and Porter comes away with the score. It's 26-21. Extra point coming up. Thompson jumped and controls over the fraction. It was half the distance for Cody, so that should even be. Don't know why it wouldn't. Cody flies. After touchdown, Jacob Talich kicks a line drive through the uprights. 2:15 left on the Vegas Star Valley scoreboard in this fourth quarter, brought to you by Hayes Outdoors Real Estate. 5-point game. Star Valley leads Cody 21-26. Back in 30 seconds.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
The Star Valley did not give anything a chance to come back out for the kickoff, brought to you by Carbon Plus Colored Tiles of Wyoming. There is not a single player for Star Valley south of the 45-yard line. Half the players at the 50, the other half at the 45. A great onside kick is grabbed, and Star Valley has it. It's 2:14 on the clock, and no timeouts for Cody. So here's the deal. I did my super advanced math over the break and figured out that 40 plus 40 plus 40 is 2 minutes. 120 seconds. That's how I got there. So we're at 2:14 on the clock, and no timeouts for Cody as they have to burn their last 2 on that touchdown drive. Who about run the clock out. if you want to take these, but if you don't quite run the clock out. So I expect Star Valley to run a play here. I'll be looking out to Coach Young. Clock down to 6 on a shotgun, and it is a knee taken. So Star Valley does take a knee. They drop about 4 yards on the play. So it was a shotgun. Clock goes down under 2 minutes, and the play clock starts rolling right now. Oh boy, it stopped. Oh boy, the play clock just reset. And if Cody doesn't realize that, they just got cheated out of about 10 seconds. They do realize it. The sideline of Cody yelling at the official. Rolling down to 1:37. Now the clock stops. And so the play clock was rolling right and then reset. And then it stopped. So Cody lost about 10 seconds. And so the clock stops. It will start rolling at the height. We're at 1st and 10 after the running play goes to the right for a no gain. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. Just had a redo all the way around. Play clock is running this time, so Cody asking for the fans who they did trim, give their defense a boost. Everyone on the line of scrimmage or right near it for Star Valley. In fact, you'll see, I only see 3 guys on the backfield. It's a handoff to Watson. Maybe even better for that snap. It's 3rd and 10 on the no gain. Clock down to 1:20. Third down and 10. 26-21 on the Star Valley scoreboard. Star Valley has 2 timeouts left. It looks like they might run this down. Now to Coach Young on this sideline, but they retreat to the line of scrimmage pretty quickly. The play clock's down to 7 seconds. 4 seconds. Hovey calling for it at 1 second. Just gets it off. Bringing the house on a cover 0 blitz. And Hovey is hammered. That might be a personal foul. I think there was helmet to helmet there. A shame for Cody. They lost 15 yards out of this, but there are no automatic first downs in high school football. So 15 yards, if it is the case, is not enough for a first down. Personal foul. Helmet. Saw what I saw. Nothing but a great hit by Cody, but with the change of rules for player safety, the onus is on the defense to get your helmet out of the way. The other players. 3rd and 10, 32 seconds on the clock. Having some personnel switches. Gaskell, Thompson, Hershey all out. And we've got a couple of injured players in here. Getting everyone out for one last play to take a knee, it looks like. Who do we have hobbling on one leg back there? Ika Pope, yeah. Pope back there, looks like, yeah, number 28. Sure is. Had a great season. Got injured. Was that the quarterfinals against Buffalo? And a knee taken by Hovey. And that's the game. Star Valley's your 2025 state champs. Make it 4 in a row. The last time we could say 4 in a row in this class, it was the 50s. And there was no video coverage. A 6th straight state appearance. Falls short for a 4th straight time. for Cody. After going back-to-back in 20 and 21, it's now Star Valley 22, 23, 24, and 25. A four-peat for Star Valley. 26-21 your final score on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. We'll name a Star Valley Skidoo player of the game in just a moment. Let's take a 1-minute break if that's all right. Come back and get into our post-game coverage right here from War Memorial Stadium on Swift 98.
Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, and a new large play set for the kids. These new additions will be for guests only, coming in 2026. Visit KodiakMountainResort.com for reservations.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
Back here at Swift 98, Star Valley is your 2025 3A state champs for a fourth straight year. Getting the celebration going. They're getting their championship hats, a banner coming out, play cards, and the family coming to greet all of the players out there for Star Valley as we welcome you into post-game show coverage brought to you by Silver Star Communications. Silver Star Internet, better connected. Learn more at silverstar.com. Well, we'll run through some stats right now as Phoenix Hubby finishes 14 of 20 passing for Star Valley for a total of 273 passing yards. Had 2 touchdown passes, no turnovers in this game for Star Valley, and a lot of penalties, 10 in all, but 3 in the second half. They did get that under control a little bit. 85 penalty yards. And the leading receiver in the game was Roman Erickson, 4 catches, 131 yards, and a touchdown. Travis Thompson had 4 catches for 40 as well. Hit the other touchdown. Cooper Lancaster able to come back and play effectively. 3 catches for 44 yards. Sam Gaskell had a catch, 17 yards, and Preston Ross with a catch for 41 yards up the middle. Rushing, Phoenix Hubby has 36 rushing yards on 12 carries. How about that? We have not seen Phoenix Hubby run that much ever. Nathan Hatterley, 12 carries for 51 yards, and Kyan Watson at 15, leading the way in rushing yards narrowly for Star Valley, 54 yards overall. Now for Cody, they had a couple of turnovers that were real big, or just one, but 2 more near interceptions. Cash McFadden throws that one pick, 14 of 31 for a total of 170 yards. And we saw a little bit of Landon Schultz in that fourth quarter. I think something might have happened with Cash, whether he got hit on the hand or something, one way or another. Favorite receiver, Logan Richard, finishes off a great senior season for Richard, 6 catches, 67 yards. And had 1 carry for -5 yards as well. Also, Porter Rao, 2 catches for 52. He comes back and scores a touchdown after, well, presumably being out for the season. Was able to make a comeback in the final game of the year. Good for him. He is a senior. Brent Bauer, 5 catches for 43 yards, a touchdown. Cannon Grant, 4 carries, 4 yards, 1 score. Carson Smith had a catch for 8 yards and a carry for 10. And Landon Schultz, we mentioned passing once. That was incomplete. 4 carries for 27 yards. I'm not sure if I'll get the defensive stats before we go off air here, as we're in post-game coverage brought to you by Silver Star Communications, Silver Star Internet. Check them out at silverstar.com. But my player of the game, brought to you by Star Valley Skidoo, I had to think about it for about 12 seconds. I'm not saying 5s because I actually probably 12. But I'm going with Roman Erickson, and he had the most receiving yards. That's one thing, but it was the performance at the outside linebacking position because of all the big plays you didn't hear about on the run. Cody finishes with 172 rushing yards, 170 passing, 342 total yards. That's not as good as they did the first time around, but it's about a state championship, and they did just enough. They got some stops, and Roman Erickson on that strong side he was relied on pretty heavily, especially when Crew Morgan goes out early in the first half. A shout out to Crew Lancaster coming out and playing pretty effectively as the weak outside linebacker. Shows you that coming up next year, I think Bryce Erickson and Lancaster, we've certainly got two guys who know how to get to the quarterback. Now the rest of the game will come, as they were running at the quarterback all game long. 5 points the difference because Star Valley a little unable to get the special teams going. They had 1 2-point conversion, and that was it for the 2-point tries. 1 of 2 from there, 0 of 2 from point after attempts. So Roman Erickson, our player of the game, 131 yards receiving as well. Looking behind me, I don't see the tackling stats. I don't think they're coming. But either way, it doesn't matter how many tackles you get on the defensive side. It's about the plays that you wrangle in, and that's what Roman was doing. So he gets the player of the game, brought to you by Star Valley Skidoo. And take a look here just for a second at our stats at WyomingFootball.com. 1952 to 56. We had Worland going with a 4-peat. Actually, they won 5 in a row, so Star Valley will try to match that next year. I'll just throw that out there that right now. And that's the most that this classification has ever seen, was those 5 by Worland. So Star Valley winning championships like it's 70 years ago. We'll have 3 broadcasts for you tomorrow, NFHS Network only. You have to pay for that. Sorry, but we were able to give you this one on Swift 98 if you did not want to. 6-man at 10 a.m., 9-man championship ads. Let's see, 1 p.m. and then the 4A state championship, Sheridan and Campbell County, come your way at 4 o'clock. That'll do it for the Silver Star Communications post-game show. Star Valley wins 26-21 and a 4th straight state championship for Coach Young, his staff, and all the players out there. Congratulations to them. We'll see you next year right here on Swift 98.